Look, I used to admire Anwar Ibrahim. You know, when he was a deputy prime minister, he was a Ketua Pemuda, I was a youth. Even in parliament, you know, when I see him, you know, I still reminisce about our good old time. And he's a very good orator. He's a good man. You know, sometimes he called me and say, "Hey, how are you?" You know. But despite his political skill, he has made a lot of mistakes in Sabah. I don't know why. Maybe it's not a fair comment from me because I'm from the other side of the aisle. But this is my take on it. Anwar will never become Prime Minister without Sabah. Will never make it to the Putrajaya, menawan Putrajaya dan menjadi Perdana Menteri yang ke-7 kalau dia tidak dapat menawan Sabah dan Sarawak. As simple as that. You can do your calculation. Without Sabah, there will never be a Pakatan Rakyat government. I'm not being boastful, but that's what it is. But he has made a lot of mistakes. It seems that I don't know, he likes to step on everybody's toes. For example, he made that remark, he said he will never allow a non-Muslim to become chairman of PKR Sabah. And that hurt a lot of his Kadazan-based voters. You know, Dr. Jeffrey was a clear favorite among all the cabang di Sabah, but he refused to accept Jeffrey Ketima. And then he made this stupid mistake, tactical stupid mistake in Batu Sapi, where he put, you know, at that time the chief of PKR Sabah was Amrin Jaini, a local boy in Sandakan, Ketua Perhubungan Pakatan Rakyat Negeri Sabah. Sorry, PKR, not Pakatan Rakyat. For all intents and purposes, he should choose that, yeah, he's a local boy, he should be the calon for Pakatan Rakyat in Batu Sapi. But for reason known only to Anwar, he chose Ansari Abdullah, who happened to be Ketua Cabang in my kawasan, who has lost 7 times in the general elections. 7 kali, Pak. Memang 7 kali. Ambil Ansari ini, bawa pergi Batu Sapi, the other side of Sabah, and made him a calon. Obviously, we trashed him. But I don't know what was the reason why he chose that, except to say that he wanted to humiliate Amrin Jaini, who happened to be the Ketua Ketua Parti Keadilan Rakyat di Negeri Sabah. And then the last one is the Tajudin guy. He happened to be my nephew lah. But it's okay, that's fine. He's on the other side. But this guy, you see him, man, Tajudin, is such a nice guy. He has no musuh hati. He's a ustaz who fought for Anwar, fought for Pakatan Rakyat since 1997. 12 years. 97. 12 tahun dia berkorban untuk Anwar. Naik Asim said Anwar was his idola. Then Anwar and Aziza put him as the chairman of Pakatan Rakyat, Parti Keadilan Rakyat di Negeri Sabah, knowing very well that he was not the clear favorite at that time, because he was not the Ketua Cabang. Again, he put his man as a Ketua Cabang. So this man said, "This is something, but okay lah, since you asked me to do it, I'll do it." So he expected a very strong support from the central leadership. But every time he called, once the Ketua Cabang dah mula marah, you know, rebellious, you know, there's a mutiny going on, this Ketua PKR Sabah ni was expecting some kind of support from Anwar Ibrahim and Azizah, but they never answered his call. They never respond back. He left this man alone to be eaten by the ikan hiu dekat tengah laut. So to me, that was a very bad decision. Another technical mistake by Anwar. But anyway, to make it short, I think you don't need Barisan National to attack Pakatan Rakyat in Sabah. I think they are, I'm sorry to say, you know, if nothing happens in the next few months, they are as good as close shot. Honestly, I'm not being boastful, but there are no activities on the ground. I know, I'm still at the end. We monitor their movement. Hardly any activities, party activities on the ground. And Anwar aspired to be the Prime Minister. I don't know where the logic is. So other than that, the other problem that I have with Pakatan Rakyat Kota Sabah is always, I think, vote for me because the other guy is corrupt, the other guy is this, but they never come up with a proper understanding where to go beyond just the dollars. So this is my problem with Pakatan Rakyat. And you know, the ISA, judiciary, Suranjaya Permata, Suranjaya Pilihan Raya, these are very interesting issues with Pakatan Rakyat. They always smack Barisan Nasional because of ISA, corruption, judiciary, SPR. But here's the thing, you know, this ISA, as long as I can remember, it's always in the manifesto of the opposition. Every time we have a general election. Judiciary, sama, ada dalam manifesto. SPR, tak adil, tak telus, also in their manifesto. But time and again, they've been rejected by the people. Why? Because I think, first and foremost, the people of Malaysia, they are not Egyptians. We are no Egypt. Although, like I said to you, Sabahans, it is still poor, but the happiness index is still up there. We are still a very happy lot. We sometimes don't underestimate orang kampung ni. Walaupun kita kata dia tak ada kereta, tak ada handphone, tak ada iPad, tak ada ni, but they live more comfortably than us, and they are happy with what they have, as long as they can provide food on the table for their family, and their schools to go to in the morning for their children, and their jobs, and their prospect, harapan, hope. I think they're contented with Barisan Nasional. I personally say, I know you like to say, I like to quote your word, bonsified. You know, a lot of people accuse Barisan Nasional, kata, you know, they selalu accuse lah. This one you cannot deny. I saw it on the YouTube. Bonsified the Malay thinking, or the Bumi Putra. I disagree. You know, this government is spending serious money in ensuring that every inch of this country is covered by broadband. We are spending billions of dollars to roll out plans to make sure that every makcik, every pakcik di kampung-kampung can read Malaysia Kini, Malaysian Digest, Malaysian Insider, Isyamuddin Rais, you know. Not only that, we are spending hundreds of millions providing hardware, you know, to the students from Form 3, Form 4, Form 5, and also public, free One Malaysia computer, so that they can see and read Malaysia Kini, Malaysian Digest, Malaysian Insider, Isyamuddin Rais, Anwar Ibrahim. And you cannot say that we falsifying the minds of these people. We are liberating them. We have no problem of, you know, getting the people to embrace internet. Even though some of our very conservative supporters are saying, hey, slow down on the internet thing. You know, this is killing us. But this Prime Minister is not worried. This government is not worried. The more you say that, the more you spend more money in making sure that everybody has access to broadband in this country, and to make sure that everybody is wired. You know why? Because for the Prime Minister, the political cost is nothing compared to the economic benefit of this. He doesn't care whether we get a hit or not, but as long as the economy of Malaysia is humming, because I was given a statistics that if you spend a lot of money on broadband, you can increase, I remember the relationship, but you can increase the GDP by 2-3%, which is in billions of dollars. So we are not worried, sir. There's no such thing as falsifying the Malay mind. And I want to talk to you about one more thing. A lot of people are accusing UMNO of being racist or whatever. You know, as a party, we have our members. And one of the things that's good about UMNO is that we have a system where we be able to gauge the mood of our constituents at the grassroots level. One of them is to Mesyuarat Cawangan, you know, and the resolution will be brought to Mesyuarat Perhatian, and then of course goes to the national level. And from there, we are able to gauge the mood of the Malays who happen to be forming the majority of UMNO constituents or members. And whatever UMNO does, is actually after listening and analyzing what the Malays feel on it. If you say UMNO is too protective of the Malay rights, it is because the members who are going to be majority Malays want to change that way. It is not just the president of UMNO say, okay, we want to have this policy. No, it is not top down. It is always input from the bottom. And UMNO has a very systematic way of trying to gauge the feeling and the wants of the Malays at the grassroots level. And this will be translated into the dasar, di peringkat parti, dan di peringkat kerajaan. And to say that it was Najib, Mahathir Muhammad, Abdullah Badawi said this, no. It is after listening. So, it is not what UMNO wants, it's what the Malays want. It's a two different things. Now, sometimes people criticize what happened in Perhimpunan Agung UMNO. You know, I am a citizen pemuda UMNO. If you go to the other component parties, even the Pembangkang, there are a lot of nasty things we say there compared to what is going on in Perhimpunan Agung UMNO. But here's the thing. It is better for these people to release the pressure there within that confine of the four walls of PWTC, rather than pent up frustration and then they do funny things outside. You know, so it's better to hear it there, no matter how rhetorical the arguments are. Never mind. It's a way. The Perhimpunan Agung UMNO for me is a way to release the pressure. But at least once a year we release the pressure, so the build-up is not so explosive kalau boleh tu. But then here's the thing again. What was asked by the delegates in their speeches, the leaders on the stage listened to them. But I can tell you, almost every time, whenever these people on stage go to the cabinet meetings, they will always think about the non-Malays when they make their decision. They will listen to the speeches by the delegates, you know, hidup Melayu, whatever not, you know, we go to the moon. But then the next day when they go to the cabinet meeting, everybody goes back to the ground on earth and understand the reality of the ground. So that's why some of the advices or cadangan daripada peringkat delegasi cannot be implemented in Malaysia. But that's fine. To me, let them talk. If you go to MCA, MIC, lagi teruk. You know, lagi teruk. But, you know, it's not valid by the mainstream. Fine. So UMNO is actually, people say it's racist. Well, it's not racist, it's a race-based party. Oh, this is another thing. People are talking, kalau saya tengok dekat YouTube, Pakatan Rakyat, you know, the end of racial politics in Malaysia. Let me tell you Sabah experience. We have tried multiracialism, and it doesn't work. It did not work. I hope in the future we can still work it out. But here's the experience in Sabah. When USNO, you know, the little brother of UMNO there, lost to Berjaya. Berjaya was a multiracial party. The first multiracial party in Sabah who won the government, became the government. And you have the Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister, Kadazan Yusun and all that. But it was a multiracial party to the hilt.